See?
Who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder
There's a guy.
Huh?
I got it!
Since the crime scene was in the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. I'm just remembering things, don't mind me. Had to have been a guy. More clues. Hey Valerie, this is your part. This is your part. Valerie, I fucking hate. Oh, Celeste's account.
She found him.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
Ah,
It's
biscuit.
all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn
Girl.
themselves in.
Yeah.
Game over, man. Game over.
I think you might have to use one of those, like, poison.
Temporary. I don't know how
What?
to get the temporary one.
Whole
though.
triangle.
Whole triangle. Which one though?
I don't understand. What's the difference between the fake truth bullet and the real truth bullet?
The temporary one, it allows you to find. So if the truth bullet we have right now doesn't give an answer to any of the doesn't contradict any of the weaknesses on there, we can use one of the temporary truth bullets that we pick up from something else weak that someone says to use against.
Okay.
So, like, if there are two weaknesses, two different weakness statements in
So we pretty much
this
we have
that
two bullets.
contradict each other, we could take one of them and use it to answer the other contradiction, assuming that that the bullet we have isn't helpful with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to
So
who
would
did
that
it?
be a truth one or no? A temporary truth or no?
Clues are one thing, but
Circle.
But I think there's one where I can
did
use
nobody
Celeste's
get a
account. I
look
just
at the
missed
killer?
it.
So
Sure,
circle
if
that
someone
bitch.
saw the killer,
Yeah, I don't remember
they
exactly.
would have said something by now.
A little later.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
It's right about
That might be enough for now.
Look right up.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Blocked. Oh.
Shoot!
Sorry, this is wrong.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
clues are one
Single
thing,
clue. So that could be a temporary
did
truth bullet.
nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer,
Who
they
thinks
would have
Celeste would
said
just
something by now.
speak up?
Right.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim?
So do you think it's like?
Killer. And only the
No, that's wrong.
Oh shit.
It's true because Celeste was
I
someone who
believe
also saw
someone
her.
else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Bitch.
I know,
Now
right?
that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Now that you mention it.
Oh,
Refresh
but
my
I
memory.
suppose only Nakahiro knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever. Just hurry up and tell us.
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
That's what he said.
Track jacket and a
Thanks.
duffel bag. But we didn't find
sorry.
anything like that at the murder scene.
What do you mean? He said sorry?
Yeah, Chihiro.
For?
Remember when she was like, "Oh, your tracksuit is hanging out," or "How did you know I was going to exercise?" "Well, I see a tracksuit jacket." And he was like, "Oh yeah, thanks." And you were like, "Why is she thanking him?" And that's why, because she was like, "Shit." That's why she stuffed it back in there. Because she was like, "That's my secret." That he's supposed to. Oh, see this tracksuit because it's a badass tracksuit.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd. Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much.
Who did he hang out? He didn't really talk to anyone else.
Not that I remember.
Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
I know who the killer is. Do you?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
I mean, was it him?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
Equipment
As
like
was noted, the
dumbbell?
evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Oh. I was like, what are you talking about?
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Probably. Somehow it's really hard to believe. It's hard to believe, Val. I don't know.
First of all, we know
Alright,
where Chihiro
first
was
of all, we
headed.
know how... Oh my
He
god,
was
there's a
on
lot
his
this
way to go
round.
exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific track?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who...
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
What he said just now. How do you know something like that? So let's try this again.
First of all,
Okay,
we know
so
where
it was
Chihiro
the
was headed. He was on his
fortune
way to
teller
go
dude?
exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit. It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what the killer was wearing the same blue
Yeah,
tracksuit
okay.
as him? My tracksuit
You think that
is
one was
black.
it?
Yeah.
Why?
Nobody said the tracksuit was blue.
The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No, that's wrong.
Why did you say blue?
Because when Celeste gave her account, she never mentioned the color of the
Hold on a
tracksuit.
second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago,
It's a duffel bag.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue track?
What are you? You just...
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I
I'm
just...
so sad.
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
Oh my god.
We don't know where the
That
clothes
can't be
are.
it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility. Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Look at her tongue.
I
Oh,
know.
shit. It's like a swirly straw.
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hand.
At 2 a.m., bro?
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
He stuffed it in. He's trying to hide it. She was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
You're so sad.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Because I hate him. Because I hate him. He's human garbage. Why do you think, Valerie?
I don't actually know. My poor baby. Oh, Mondo. Is there anything wrong with the way he was talking?
Actually, I don't think so.
Then I guess it was the way he was acting.
See the way he's acting.
Because
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently.
kept calling him dude.
What do you mean?
You only
When-
call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
I wondered.
You only call guys dude. Or girls who's chick.
Remember, he kept, because every time we would talk to him in the locker room, he'd be like, dude had this, like something about like an obsession with weakness or whatever, about getting stronger.
Oh,
he kept calling
shit.
him dude. Damn it.
And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
I could have missed that.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful.
Yeah. Mondo.
I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
Oh, you're so sad right now, Val. I wish the camera was filming because Val's face is so sad.
I didn't kill anyone. You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that.
Aww. It is the brotherly love. Ugh. Like they just become like best friends.
No. Pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are...
My time has nearly come.
His voice is fucking...
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi,
Oh,
weren't you
that's
telling
right.
me you found some...
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, no. Now that I'm thinking about
Oh,
it
come
very
the
calmly,
fuck on.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine.
You have no room to talk. I know, right?
I insist that,
Here it is.
what do you have there? It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the grounds.
On the ground, then it must belong to Chihiro, because hers is missing.
My God!
Where are you going?
You know Chihiro's handbook
gonna-
was
are you gonna,
missing
like,
from the scene of the crime, right?
Sit? Okay. We know Chihira's from the scene of the crime, right? For a fact. For a fact, indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But
I
Busted.
imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
But it can't be broken.
I didn't think the handbooks were quite so...
you're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet,
Like
this one
what?
does appear to
An
be
awful
broken,
lot. Like what?
As is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
By hitting its weak spot?
And they're hitting its weak point or exploiting a bug. Let's try it. Let's try hitting a weak point.
I got it!
Oh, yeah.
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Armando would know, essentially.
You're asking me?
But all
I
he has to
think
do
it's
is
a
pretend like
necessary
he
piece
doesn't.
of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
Look at his face. My poor baby.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown.
That's
and
Hitmondo's
totally
probably broke
break.
because of the spa.
Mm-hmm.
But then essentially, then Homeboy should have also broke. No, Mondo kept his clothes on.
Yeah.
Homeboy didn't.
It was in its towel.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Oh, so then it was
The
Mondo's. Okay.
temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow
love her face.
pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
That's what I'm thinking.
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize
Look
it
at
was
his
broken,
face.
of course,
No.
and it wouldn't be
Are you
hard to
heartbroken?
figure
I
out
am.
And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they
I'm
knew
sorry
they
you
had
had to
an
find out this
easy
way.
way to
But
dispose of it.
I want to know why he did it.
I won't say it's not possible.
Well, he obviously
but
has a secret.
Who would have done something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Mondo.
Oh,
he's so hurt.
He is so
Oh
hurt.
no.
Oh my god.
Gosh. This is the suckiest.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Oh, this is so
Mondo
sad.
attempted
Oh my
an
god.
endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform
This is a
pockets.
heartbreaking. Okay, though.
And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You got it all wrong. He would never do.
Oh, he's defending his bro.
Show me the proof. The
He's more like upset about.
Baby.
This is your segment.
Oh, sugar bear. Huh? Broken handbook.
Oh, you got a lot. Good luck,
Heroes
fam.
e-handbook. Card reader.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct,
How do I switch between bullets? Oh, Ellen. Okay.
then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Fuck.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Okay.
Let's test
handbook.
Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh my gosh.
Makoto was wrong after all.
I keep missing.
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Okay, one more time.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No, that's wrong.
Yes.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
Oh, okay. So the handbook that we found in the main hall, the one that was assumed to be Leon's, is probably Mondo's.
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
And that's true, because he never went in the sauna.
That's
Okay.
right. The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's.
And Mondo took Leon's.
Right, so he can have access to
But
the
the
boys' locker
handbook
room.
Mondo has right
Yeah.
now is actually
And the
Leon's.
handbook in general.
Right.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says
Nope.
loaning out your
He didn't
handbook
loan
is
it.
prohibited?
He took it.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Yeah, that's cool, fam.
Yeah.
Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so.
Please be wrong.
I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You
He's
made it
so
all up.
heartbroken.
I
over it.
know.
Like, they were like enemies before, and
then they
now they're
bonded.
just
His only friend.
his only lover.
look back on this case one time from the beginning. That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Climax inference. Finish that thought.
Okay,
Okay, so
so
tracksuit, Celeste. Why was Celeste in the warehouse to begin with again?
being fucking weird and German.
Got it.
All right,
Okay, I don't know what's happening here. Let's look through these.
L1 and R1 fam.
Yeah, I'm just... I mean, it's probably gonna be...
It looks like she's
Probably
tucking
gonna
in.
be this one.
Yeah.
But
But I
just
do
wanna see
wonder
what
how
else is
Mondo
there.
knew about Genocide Jack.
He didn't. Byakuya knew about Genocide Jack. So what Byakuya wanted to do, at least my assumption is, his theory was that... Can you do this?
Okay.
His theory was that if he could pin it on Genocide Jack...
Exactly.
Because they don't all get out if someone is wrong. Or maybe he... Why would
Oh, it
he
looks like
think-
someone else is rolling it though.
Hmm? Yeah, that's Byakuya. Remember Byakuya staged this scene to make it look like she was killed in the girls' locker room?
What a bitch.
Oh, no, he didn't, because he thought she was actually killed in the girls' locker room.
What is that?
That's the e-handbook being
Oh, yeah.
tossed into the sauna. So that last
Oh.
one right there is probably it. The one of the in the red.
We have 20 minutes. We gotta go, girl. We gotta go. Alright. So let's go. From the very beginning, we see her shifting. Hey there. Oh, hello there. What's that? Yo, it's... Let's see. Look, that looks like it's it, but hold on,
Yeah.
just double.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Oh, this? It's nothing. Silly me. Okay. Let me just tuck that in. Thank you so much. Runs. So she goes into the boys.
In.
She goes in.
Hey, what up, bro?
Hey, what's up? Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate you trusting me with this. Oh. What happens here? Well, let's see what we got.
Working out. The one over.
Oh, he's picking
They're
it up.
lifting weight- yeah.
Okay. Picks it up the weight. Turns around. Ah! Splash.
Splash.
Splash. Wait, yeah, this is in the boys' locker room, so splatter, splatter. Yeah, this is dripping from the wall. Okay. Dead. Shit, I gotta clean this fucking shit up. Alright. Move it all over the girls' room. You think it's at home? Let's see. No, not yet. I think he's cleaning up.
What is that door?
Is it the girls' lock? I don't think so, because it's all card key stuff. Maybe takes Chihiro. No.
So that okay. Go over. I want to see what comes after. What's in these other panels? Okay. So takes her key, goes into the girls' locker room. So
no,
the girls.
No. Why would he take her key?
To get into the girl. Oh fuck, you're right. So she's just hoarding keys now.
I guess. Fuck. I know. I'm a weirdo. I'm gonna fucking make this brutal for no fucking reason.
Maybe he just wanted to get rid of Toko.
The fact that he went into the girls' locker room too is creepy. How'd he get in there?
Yeah, that's my question. And he was not at all surprised to find a dead body there.
This is kind of weird. That is kind of sick fuck, huh?
Wait, why would that one be there?
Actually, no, he's already in the room. Yeah. You're right. Back up.
Yeah, Bloodlust goes there, yeah.
Oh, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, probably this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to see if he had the ropes, and he did. Or the cord.
But that's what's so weird. Why would he already have the ropes?
That is weird. Like, he's just walking around with extension cords looking to hang someone? Like, what the fuck?
Unless he has access to the surveillance cameras and knew the body was in...
No, he shouldn't.
Why? None of this makes sense. Okay, so we gotta go... What room? What image is that?
Oh, I think he's walking up to the sauna room.
To the sauna? Those look like...
I'm throwing...
Yeah.
Well, we can revise this.
Yeah, we can.
So, blah, blah, blah. What else we missing?
When he's fixing the room. So these three...
But I'm trying to figure out, like, what is this, the boy or the girls?
That's him taking the body into the girls' room.
So, wait.
See, so he picks up
rolls,
the body.
rolls. Picks up the body.
Okay, so he rolls up the carpet and moves the carpet into the other room. Is there a picture where he's moving the carpet?
No, but here's the room, like, here's the thing where he's fixing.
So go back over.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, sorry, not that one over. The options over.
You think he's just literally all, like, you think he set up the room first?
Because there are two different ones with the posters. So So that's him taking the poster off of the wall, and that's him putting the poster up. So maybe that one goes first. Wait a fucking minute. That doesn't make sense, because he's picked up the body before he put the poster up.
That's what I'm saying. So what else are we left with? Like, got the card, doop, going into the girls' room. Like, I don't...
Maybe there's just 2 frames in a row of the card. I'm so confused.
That's what I'm saying. There's not 2 frames, though. It goes boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even see the poster in this one to say, like, oh, he's bringing the poster with her, you know?
But there's nowhere. But the poster's already up there, so it has to be.
Yeah, the poster's already up. He doesn't give a fuck.
Go over. Go back to the Act 5.
What's Act 4?
Maybe
he's walking up.
Oh no, that is definitely it. So. Okay, because I was like, maybe that's okay. Fuck. Where's the scene right before Byakuya walks in? Right there. Oh, there's nothing.
Like everything's switched already.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I don't see the dumbbell on this one. I was thinking maybe the dumbbell goes. But like the girls.
So maybe that's just him having dropped the dumbbell.
You think it's this?
After murdering her, maybe.
Like, take this down. Reenact? Oh no, we ain't ready. Oh shit, it's saying we have everything out. Okay. So no, you're not ready to read it.
We don't have everything out though.
We do.
Because that dumbbell one isn't
No,
out.
remember there's always that one that's like, you don't actually need. Because look, everything that we is quote unquote filled.
So
correct?
are we happy with what we have right
Well,
now?
let's reread it.
Reenact and
Yeah,
see?
hold on.
Okay.
Well, let's reread before we reenact. So hold on. Blah, 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 blah. So everything's filled. Okay. More, right? Yeah, we can't reenact unless everything's filled. So we're just going to go through like manually us two. Okay, so this is the story of what happened to Chihiro. Oh my god. Okay. So Celeste, hello there. Oh, hi. What do you have there? Oh shit, a duffel bag of stuff. Thanks for seeing. Okay, bye. Alright. Boop. Goes into the boys' room. Ah, hello there. Ooh, I'm so exhausted, but I'm really excited to get stronger. Picks up dumbbell. Oh my god. Oh, what's gonna... splat. Blood everywhere. Oh my god. So, this could be the dumbbell. No, because it's on the floor. He still has it in his hands. I like what we got. So he puts the dumbbell down. Like, ha ha ha. She's dead. Cool. Dead. So...
Now he's switching up the room.
Yeah, so let's clean up. Let's pull this poster down. Pick her up. Go to the girls' locker room. Don't know how I got this female card, but we got this. Now let's set this room up. Put this girl down. Whew. Done. Exhausted. Huff, 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 huff. Cool, the stage is set. I'm Byakuya, and I carry fucking extension cords around in the girls' locker room, because I'm a fucking kink master. Oh, I'm not even phased, there's a body there. Alrighty. Well, let's just fucking live my sick fantasies of Genocide Jack. Yeah, perfect. Nailed it. I'm a fucking master replica person. There she is. I just fucked over a little girl's body. Well, a little boy's body, whatever. Okay, this guy. Let's approach the sauna. Chuck. Bye, bitch. Cool.
The killer is you! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste?
Yeah. Okay, see you later.
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Okay, yeah. Cool. You're in.
Simple. Because she was really,
Right.
which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room.
Yes. Hey.
Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met...
Yeah. Oh, I'm exhausted. Let me pick this up.
It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro,
Alright, let's walk.
and attacked him.
Splat. Flip.
And
Splat.
that's
Okay,
where the
cool.
bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Mm-hmm. I did it. The deed is done.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Clean up. Ah, take this
Why
down.
the
Good.
killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bed, removing the bloody poster,
Oh, hey!
Yeah.
We go to
and
the.
finally carrying the corpse into the... A girl's handbook was necessary.
Right.
But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl.
Okay, so we're not going to discuss
After
how.
all,
Oh, that's
Sayaka and
right.
Juko's
Yeah, he
handbook
could have
Okay.
gone back and
placed
just grabbed
in the
one.
main hall.
Mm.
Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Yep.
And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
We're genius.
Mm-hmm.
Then he.
That could have been the end of things. But no, Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the
Like, for no
situation.
fucking reason. Like, this is my.
But he said he had a reason, so
So, after stumbling on the crimes, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library. And then he got to work.
what did he say happened if the
He
wrong
used the
person
cord
got
to string
accused?
up Chihiro's
Everyone
lifeless
died.
body.
Everyone dies?
Everyone except the blackened dies. Like, if you. are
Which
the-
is why he was fine with being accused.
I don't know why, though. That would mean he would die.
No, because he wasn't the one who did it, so he would have gone free. Everybody else would have died, and he would have been
No,
able to
because
escape.
remember, if it's two people, only the person who did the act is the one who gets to graduate. That's it.
Not the person who was suspected.
No. Mm-mm. It's solely if the murderer gets away with it. So that's why I don't understand why he'd be cool with that. So he sets everything up.
Then, using the
That's why I don't
victim's
understand why
own
anyone would
blood,
want to be an accomplice.
he left a
Because it's only the
grisly
person who
message
did the
there,
killing
seemingly
themselves. Unless, like, both people are holding hands and holding the dumbbells at the same time. Be like, 1, 2, 3, together now! You know?
wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Because he's a fucking, like, there was literally no reason for him. Well, he says he has a reason. Oh, we were right. See,
Around
he
the
walks
same
up.
time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, there, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gas. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
I'm sorry, Val.
Wait. No. Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need
It'd be
proof.
interesting if you had to fight him. Like, the final thing. What, like, homeboy.
Proof? You can't pin any of this on him.
Come on. Handbook is right now. Everything will be. A new element has been. Jesus Christ. Bitch. Glad we read that, because if, like, the time markers just
Right.
disappeared. Oh, we're fighting him.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False.
Poor fucking guy.
I refuse to vote.
Oh, hell no. What the fuck's wrong
Show me some
here?
evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen.
Did you use the tempo
Yes,
thingy?
I did R1. So
Show me
close to
some
that.
evidence. I won't listen. False. Show me some evidence.
Without any proof, you can't put this in.
This should prove it.
Alright, well, I hit R1, so I guess nothing actually happened. I don't know.
Yeah, it did. You're trying to say it didn't matter at what time you hit. You still got the combos.
Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that,
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah,
No, he's confessing.
yeah, I did it. I killed him.
I want to know what his secret is.
Yay.
Oh, look at that.
Yay! Team effort.
Woo! Yeah, we're rich, alright. Bro.
Bro,
Aw.
what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with.
And he's
Why
motorcycle.
though? But why?
Verdict.
Roger that.
Wait, hold on.
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank. Who will you elect as the blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna
I'm sorry,
be?
Val. It had to be done. Goodbye, Cornhead.
My cornhead.
What?
Could you imagine if it was like wrong?
I know.
You're all dead now.
Unbelievable.
Kiyotaka. Aw. He's so hurt.
Sorry.
What is this?
Now then. Actually,
Oh, they're not talking anymore. This is sad. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're good. We'll start reading after
Sad
this.
story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit circle to fast forward the text.
Oh, I guess if
I
you don't
wanna
want to
hear
hear it, you don't want to hear it. We can just skip this.
No.
You don't give a fuck.
I need to know. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out.
It's actually really sad.
I know.
Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy.
But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger.
I'm weak.
Weak,
Weak, weak, weak, weak, weak, weak, weak, weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which, of course, included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
what?
And yet,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But
But I also don't want to leave things the way they are. So maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone.
Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
that's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better.
With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to,
Yeah, that's right.
it was me. Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro has always aspired to.
Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So, he went to Mondo. That's so weird.
That was...
Is this weird?
Yeah, that was messed
So
up.
he went to Mondo and asked Mondo to help him to become strong. It's so weird. It's so fucking weird.
That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did. To keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did?
You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
That was a weird
Yes.
question.
That's exactly what I mean.
Wasn't that to cover up what he had done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep
Really?
a secret? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you... Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. Wow. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone?
You're wrong.
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Oh, truth? Ooh, byakyale, not love. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it.
Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother!
Oh, didn't he love his brother?
Yeah.
Oh. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Vroom. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number 1 in the gang, and his number 2, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look better. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why
I just...
Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during this race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly...
See, okay.
Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. I don't know who this dude is.
I don't know who this dude. My bad, kid. I fucked up.
Oh, sorry.
I don't even know what's happening right now.
Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened.
Hey, kid. The rest is up to you.
Sayaka's back.
No matter what you do, you got to keep the gang together. What the fuck? 'Cause it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. I sound so manly.
He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Daya was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth.
That's kind of fucked up. Alright. At first I was like, I'm not feeling it, but he didn't even correct that. That's kind of shitty.
He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I'm strong. Strong, 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 strong. And yet, as soon as our little killing game began, he realized No matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother.
I feel like that's a twisted statement, though.
Yeah.
That is totally a twisted statement.
No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. Wow.
I'm just gonna roll on by that.
If that had happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it would have been for nothing. So that's why.
Mondo.
After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you.
But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Huh?
'Cause I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I want to change. I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak, and I want to destroy that version of me forever.
His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself.
I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So, what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I've never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong? Are you fucking with me right now?
No.
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo.
I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted
No,
to...
I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a
And
bitch.
stronger than Daya! I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Hey! I killed him.
I killed Chihiro.
I killed Chihiro.
Even after all this time.
Even after all this time.
I'm still just as weak as I've
he's
always
speaking.
been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
It's okay, Val. Oh my god. It's okay. He was so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Nice try.
Look at him! You see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory, for that, he killed another human being, another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He didn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. You bastard! Just shut up, you son of a bitch! Go ahead, say that again, I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say. But, unfortunately, I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching.
Punishing?
You kid me.
Execution?
Well now.
That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished?
Ridiculous.
Hold on!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
Val, you okay?
Wait!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
It's okay, Val.
Sorry, man.
Aww.
Sorry, man.
I couldn't keep the promise we made.
I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
This is the part I was waiting. Can I be honest with you, Val? I did not remember he was a killer. I thought it was someone else. So I was wrong. So I think the next round is... I totally thought it was someone else. This was not the same. Because I remember who died, I just thought I knew who did it, but...
Angry BB, my corn hit. Did he take his hair?
I like that flat paw.
Right? Really?
I was like, what's happening? He should live through this. This is fine. But not if it's all... It's probably not fine. Probably burnt to a crisp. I still think Homeboy's was better. I don't find...
Yeah.
I didn't think his was very, like... I guess if you also...
It went so fast that it liquefied him.
Yeah.
So you're gonna eat Mondo. Got it. Thanks, Monokuma. Mondo. You should have put it on corn, not pancakes.
That actually would have been good.
Laugh at death, and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother.
Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen.
Well said. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again that he, of course he had to.
What a disappointment. This is the end of the game.
Pyakia,
What is this?
you're completely insane. You know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this game is life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that
however,
I just don't understand why. Why
Thank
did you
you.
go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. God, I hate you. I love you.
His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone.
Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule, too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. No, please, continue. The night grew late and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him.
Oh, okay.
I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I seen him.
Well,
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I'm going to kick your ass. I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning.
Wow, dude.
Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up.
You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So, after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene?
But damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who really done it, you'd have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. But, of course.
Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me.
Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become the Blackened, I now know who I have to watch out for.
Kyoko. You'll have to watch out for Kyoko.
Yeah.
So that was your reason.
Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey,
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next.
you.
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why?
Oh my god.
Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Mean? Mean? Mean.
What the heck?
Mean. Good grief. I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to a level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
Oh, I thought I was going to say. In the name of the Togami family, which is for which victory is foregone. Conclusion, foregone, conclusion, foregone. For fuckery.
You're getting all right.
Ooh,
Trying to sound so badass.
Cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you.
I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you.
Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap.
Really good at that. Like, you're like a little too good. I'm gonna need you to calm down.
Monokuma's laughter pealed across the courtroom and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, Our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. I got you. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh. My. You really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
And that concludes chapter 2. Holy shit, we did it. So now we will continue with chapter 3 someday. To be continued. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, be sure to leave a like. Oh, and we got Crazy Diamond. Yeah! Alright, until next time. Yeah, we want to say, okay, bye!
Yeah, thanks. Bye.